What is something that you learned embarrassingly late in life?
That all men have the same color semen, like no matter what race they are. It's all the same color, so.
I didn't learn how to fry chicken until I was 31. I used to try, but I failed.
For fuck's sake, TikTok really do be making you give out your deepest, darkest secrets. But I want to know if I'm not the only one. So, I'm not going to tell you what age, but it was embarrassingly late that I found out that cash machines, ATMs, don't actually print money. I think it's quite a reasonable assumption. Tell me I'm wrong.
That you're not supposed to have to provide things for people to be your friends.
I was under the impression until very recently that white people didn't experience cold.
I'm about to embarrass the mess out of myself. Y'all, please don't come at me. This word here. I don't know why my brain couldn't figure out that this word was epitome. All throughout high school, yeah. I read this word as epitome. And, yeah, for some reason I never heard the word or saw it written at the exact same time. So I never knew how to spell epitome, but I also didn't know what the word looked like physically. And I think I was like reading a book with someone or something like that, and the word was there, and I was like.
So you know how you'll often see stores and other businesses have signs like the Hudson's Bay Company, EST.1670, or Denny's EST 1953. For the longest time, I thought this stood for estimated, and I couldn't work out why no one knew when any organization had been created.
Here's a moment of honesty with you. You ready? Here we go. I honestly did not know that girls pooped until I was like in middle school. And the way I found out is I opened the bathroom door once and mom was there taking a poo. Shattered my world.
When I was a junior in high school, it was 2016 and Obama was president. And I thought that we were only a democracy because he was a Democrat president. And so I thought that whenever we'd have a Republican president, we would be a Republicancy. But then I took a trip to Washington, D.C. and found out that that was not the case.
That sunflowers follow the sun, the face of the sunflowers follow the sun. I had an uncle who was a sunflower farmer, and he convinced me at a very young age that his job was to go out into the field, and every day he would turn the flowers to face where the sun was going down, which was towards the house. So I would step out on the back porch, look at all these sunflowers, and then when he'd come back, he'd be like, yeah, check this out. And I'd look back out at the porch, and all the sunflowers are facing the house, and he's like, whew, worked hard. I didn't find out the truth until I was almost 18.
A couple months ago, I used the sound, I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm high on crack, to describe Ralph Bakshi creating an animated Nightmare Fuel edition of Lord of the Rings in the late 70s. Come to find out, crack is not just like another slang term for cocaine. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, because like I don't do any drugs, okay? So forgive me for not knowing the difference between crack and cocaine, which Ralph Bakshi was doing a lot of coke. He was not doing crack, okay? So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, no, I just said I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Listen up. Hey, folks, this is Wesley $1 Billion Virgin. Listen close. Let me teach you how to manifest whatever you want. Now listen, these cars here are nothing but a representative of what I've done, okay? And listen close. Everything I've created is with my mind, okay? You see that yellow here? They're euros. That was with my mindset here. Now, this is for all my skeptics. Come here, let me show you something here. You see that? This is the reason why I'm winning, because Wes wins. Listen, first step to manifesting everything that you want. Number one, you must have an intention. You have to know what you want. I wanted this. That's why I got it. Number two, you must meditate. What does it mean? I don't mean just sitting down and doing this. Meditation means get familiar with you, your mindset here. And number three, it's important while you're meditating to use a very, very unique frequency to get what you want. Listen, I know some of you young people on YouTube right now and you're getting ready to go to the next video, but listen, it's a few things that happen in life that allows you to live your dream. You either listen or you don't. Click the link below and let me show you how I manifested whatever I want and how you can do it too. Let's go.
How to sew a frickin' button. I thought you just went like up and down through the holes and just called it good. No, there's a fucking technical way to fucking sew a button. Did you know that? I'm fucking 25. I just found that out.
All right, y'all. I was not a dumb student and I am not a dumb adult. But in elementary, middle, and high school, every time we were talking about the United States, we were always shown a map looking similar to this. And if you look closely, it always has Alaska and Hawaii in little boxes separate from the rest of the United States. My teachers always explained that was because Hawaii is an island, but they never touched on Alaska. Like I said, I'm not dumb, so I would use logic, and it told me, well, if Hawaii is in this box separate, then Alaska is the same way, so it must be an island as well. It wasn't until college, in a world geography class, when the teacher had to take a timeout and explain to me, no, it's attached to Canada, not an island. Yeah.
I just learned that espresso is not pronounced espresso, and it doesn't have an X in it, it's just an S. Whoops.
Not too sure if I should say this one, but there are worse things I've done online. So pretty much, I was rather old when I found out Santa wasn't real. And I mean, I was 13 years old. That's secondary school in Scotland. Or maybe junior high, maybe high school elsewhere in the world. That's late. I just thought when everyone else in my class was talking about Santa being not real, I was like, oh, they're lying, you know, it's totally fine. No, I realized I was gay before I realized Santa wasn't real. Heh. Also, I have a Santa fetish.
Debit cards are some bullshit. Whatever you're going to do with a debit card, just do with a secured credit card. All of it. And it will affect your credit in a positive way. So.
Listen, don't let anybody tell you what's not possible. Your goals are yours. I don't care how big or how small your goals are, they're yours. Don't let anybody tease you, criticize you, and tell you what's not possible. If I would have listened to all the naysayers, all the people that said, Wes, you're not smart enough, I wouldn't be the multi-millionaire man that I am today. As a matter of fact, look at the license plate. I'm a billionaire. You hear me? I'm a billionaire! For everybody that honestly want to shift their lives from poor and average to rich and prosperous, I want to invite you to listen to a sound that would allow you to start meditating. That's what I do. That's my secret sauce, meditation. I've learned how to use my mind in a way to manifest what I want like this. It's my God power. And now I would like to give that to you. Let me suggest something before I let you go, whether you click the link below or not. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. If you keep looking at what everybody else is doing, you'll never be able to focus on what you need to do to get where you want to go. Take action. Much love. Let's go!
That Queen Latifah's not a queen. It's just a stage name. But it makes sense. Queen Latifah. She's a queen named Latifah.
Alright, it was only about 2 years ago. I didn't realize that your hair grew from your scalp. I thought it grew from the ends. but it grows from the scalp. And same thing with fingernails. I thought they grew from the tip. I didn't know they grew from like the actual part of your thumb. I learned that I learned that when I was like 9. Am I just dumb? Okay.
So I'm 22, almost 23, and I only learned last month that when something's hot in your mouth, you're supposed to blow the hot air out and not suck cold air in, because that doesn't work, so don't do that.
So, he just showed me that the plug, the outlet, you plug in things into the wall, it's not even. Look at that one's tiny, that one's big.
That the expression, assuming makes an ass out of you and me, is a reference to the spelling of the word assume.
That euthanasia is not about the children in Asia.
Just Kurt Cobain. Like, just him in general, like who he was. Anyways, and the Beatles, so.
Okay, I wasn't born here. I used to think that when people sneeze, you would say, bless you, and not bless you. Like, bless, ew, bless you. I didn't even know bless you was a thing.
I grew up in a religious household. My mom was a volunteer Sunday school teacher. She wasn't a teacher for her day job, which I feel like is important for the rest of the story. But so we were learning about Jesus and Jesus's crucifixion, and she said that they cut his side to make sure that he was dead. And I was like, why would they do that? What does that do? And she was like, because your blood runs clear when you're dead. I believed that until I was probably like 21, 22 when I mentioned it to somebody else, and they were like, what are you talking about? So I asked my mom about it later, and she said that, yeah, she often made up things when she didn't know the answer. So there's that.
Geez, I could do a million of these. So I don't remember my exact age, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to know, but I'm pretty sure I was in middle school when I learned what master debating was.
I didn't realise shoes were meant to fit you. I've had a lot of privilege in life. In my early life, we were quite poor. My parents were street performers. We lived in that van. So I either had hand-me-downs, which were my sister's shoe size, or if we were to buy new shoes for like school or something like that, then they would be bought sizes too big for us to grow into. It made sense to save money. Unfortunately, I was buying my own shoes before my feet reached their like full potential. And I just didn't really figure out that that's why my mum was doing it, or that shoes weren't meant to have a massive floppy gap at the end of them. The realisation moment hit when I accidentally put my friend's pair of Vans on that were a size 6 and not in fact a size 8. And I'm wondering if that's why I've broken my ankle so many fucking times.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And subscribe. We publish new videos every day.